have been really, really popular, Steph. I mean, how could they not be? Over 3,500 orders just this season. I like it. Nice. It is nice. And I mean, it's gorgeous and it's romantic and it's stately and it's elegant. That's why we love the Calla Lillies. These are from Roberta's 5 pieces of the long blooming Calla Lillies sent to you as live bulbs. Plus you get a sample of the food, so you are really set up for success. For a floral that is oftentimes very expensive if you've tried to buy this at any sort of floral shop or market, shockingly easy to grow. Like shockingly easy. And what I love is that you don't have to choose a color. In fact, you get all 5 colors that you see here. Now this is my pick of the show. No, it's not. That was in my last show. It's the same card. That's okay. But it is my pick of the show, though, because I am so obsessed with these Calla Lillies.
They're becoming your favorite.
They are becoming my favorite. As a girl who's like not the best gardener because I don't have the space in which to do it, this makes it really, really easy. $26 is crazy. It's $8.67 on your Easy Pay, plus it ships for free. It's M132170. This is Steph Walline from the Walline family who brings us Roberta's. Hello.
Hi. So these are probably one of my most favorite actual flowers to grow. You know, we have all sorts of flowering shrubs, but this you're growing for the flowers, to be able to cut them, Julia, bring them inside, give them away as gifts. Like you mentioned, you go to the florist and to try to buy a vase or a bouquet, just of Calla Lillies, they are not cheap. Now imagine being able to do it yourself year after year. And now, like you mentioned, this collection, I want to take a second and mention this sooner. We are including a packet of our Roberta's Bounty all-purpose plant food, a little sample pack. Now the reason why we did this is Calla Lily bulbs in and of themselves are very easy to grow. But let's say you're a beginner gardener or you're sending this to someone who wants to get, their green thumb growing. This is just giving you a little extra boost of confidence that you're gonna really get to enjoy all of these colors and flowers that you're seeing here. Now this is gonna give you an entire gallon worth of fertilizer. We have it in this cool little glass jar. You can put it in a milk jug if you want, and you're just going to feed your plants, and this is just going to ensure that they have all of the right nutrients that they need.
Do you just make your whole gallon and then use what you need and then store the rest?
Yeah, and just store back in the garage.
Got it.
Exactly. Now, if you want, we can run through all of the colors, because like you mentioned, this is not a choice of. So the first color here is this bright sort of canary yellow. It just brings such a smile to our faces. And what's really cool about the Callas is, unlike most flowering plants, they actually don't require a lot of sun. So imagine under your shady trees, you get that bright pop of yellow. It really kind of lightens up the space, right? Here we have like a sunset orange, all different tones. And now these are the real flower. And if you feel them, if you've never felt a Calla, they're actually kind of thicker to the touch.
Really thicky.
Thicker. Yeah, exactly. And that's why.
I've been working around the clock.
It's okay.
Words I'm making up.
There you go. And that's actually why that texture is why they're such a coveted cut flower. They last for weeks because they hold moisture.
They're sturdy too.
Exactly. Here in the middle is Julia's favorite. This is that black aubergine, a super sought after, expensive Calla. And again, you can now grow these yourself with ease and have that beautiful elegance.
They're so moody and gothic.
They really are.
I love them. I told Stefan in our last show when we had these, I once upon a time carried a bouquet, made these, the black ones with the black magic roses, and it was stunning. It was gorgeous.
I bet it was.
And it was hundreds of dollars.
Totally, absolutely.
Hundreds of dollars.
I'm sure it was.
Crazy.
Here we have kind of
I had to have them.
You have to, and now you can grow them. So this is kind of that classic bright lipstick pink. Really just, I think she's probably the most like straight up beautiful, She's just classy.
She's a little sassy.
She is.
And then,
exactly, last but not least is that royal purple. And together, those 5 colors is the collection. And now this is what you can expect to have in your very own yard or garden this first season. Now, what's so cool about, our Calla Lily bulbs, we've been in the biz for a long time. We have great connections with our growers around the world. So these bulbs are actually treated with a bloom booster. And the reason that makes a difference is you'll see here, all of these little knobs are considered, they're called an eye. Now, each eye produces a flower stem. So some Calla Lily bulbs in another catalog might only have 1 eye. This one already has 5. Now, as you plant your Callas, let's say you were to dig them up next season, that one bulb would probably have doubled or tripled in size.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that means you're going to have more flowers. But you can imagine this one bulb created this yellow plant in as little as 8 weeks.
Wow.
So this is what you can have in the very first year.
That's insane to me.
Super rad, super cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so you're getting all 5 at one low price, $26, $867 on an easy pay. All of our live plants here at QVC, they ship for free. It is M132170. This is a perennial also, so it comes back year after year.
So it's a tender perennial. For those of you who have temperatures like very cold winters, I would recommend planting them in a container and then bringing that container into the garage for the winter time.
Okay.
Those of us who don't have winters, you can grow them in the ground like you see there, and they will last year round.
Okay. Let's talk about how we plant these, because I am shocked by how easy it is.
The bulbs are the best place to start for those who just want to start gardening. And then also, let's say you are an avid gardener, you kind of recognize how easy a bulb is, and so you want to add more into your life, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put all 5 of our bulbs into our 15-inch whiskey barrel container. Now, again, you want the eyes to be pointing upward, so I'm just going to nestle all 5 in. You can count how many seconds this takes me.
How far deep down are you going? Just a couple inches?
Honestly, yeah, like a couple inches. No deeper than that, actually.
Okay.
So it's as easy as that.
Done.
Give it some water. And then once you start to see the sprouts coming up, you know, a little bit of the foliage, that's when you're going to make your gallon of the fertilizer and give it a good drink. Now you want to use this probably once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And this is just going to ensure that what you just planted turns into this in as little as 8 weeks. This is like a party in a plant. I love to grow callas in a container like this all together because let's say you're having a dinner party over the summer.
Yeah.
You just kind of plop this in the middle of the event, and it looks like you spent a lot of time and a lot of money.
Look what I did.
Exactly.
Look what I made happen.
Yeah.
And you will get that sample of the food, and if you love the food, you can also order a big one of it, right?
Totally.
On
And the
QVC.com.
cool thing is it's not exclusive to the callas. You can use it on anything you're growing. I think Carolyn even mentioned if you wanted to put on your grass, you could. It helps anything grow.
Can you use that on indoor plants? Like,
absolutely.
Like my snake plant and my monstera?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's great.
Know.
It's super versatile, and it just kind of ensures everything gets the micro and macronutrients that they need.
You get all 5, guys. Let's do a run through the colors again, because we're going to see a shot of it on the screen in just a second.
Yep.
Just know you don't have to pick one. You get all of them.
That's right. So what we're seeing here is that beautiful flamingo pink. Like we said, she's got a little sass and class. She's so beautiful. And then here you see all 5 together. So you see the yellow at the top left, that pink in the middle. Top right is that really beautiful eggplant. Woo! The black, and then the orange and the purple. And together, that's what you can envision. So, you know, what we have here on set is what you would expect in one collection this very first season if you planted them individually. It's just 1 bulb per plant. I'm gonna grab this mixed container one more time and show you another, another vibe, another look. Yeah. I like all of mine planted together.
You do?
Yeah, and especially if you picked up our whiskey barrel, it's a perfect size container. It's only, it's 15 inches. You don't need anything bigger than that. But just kind of like choose your own adventure.
These are available on QVC.com, but they are so crazy limited, that last night we had to cut it out of the show.
You're right. Yep.
So I don't know what colors we have or the quantities, but you can check that out on QVC.com. Shockingly easy, but extremely elegant.
The most elegant, I would argue. They really are beautiful, and they make the perfect gift, the perfect cut flower. I mean, as Julie and I mentioned, if you were to go to the florist, Calla lilies are super popular, and the reason is because their ability to endure and last in invasive water for weeks, but they're not cheap. No. Now, I mean, at this price, you can grow dozens and dozens of flowers. I just planted my bulb. Let me try to find one really quick. 1 bulb is going to give you upwards of 12 flower stems at a time. Yeah, so this is
your first season.
In the first season, this is first season growth. Imagine just being able to go and cut 1 of each from each plant.
8, 9,
yeah, we'll
10,
be here all day
11,
if we count all
12,
of our flowers.
13. I got 14 or 15 out of just this
the purple one. Yeah,
just
exactly.
The purple.
And the really cool thing is they last a long time in the vase. They last even longer on the plant. So typically a flower will bloom and it'll be spent after like a week. These callas can last up to a month on the plant. It really is like a living bouquet, and they're so easy to grow and to achieve this. I always like to say, maybe there's someone in your life experiencing like buying a new house or graduating from school. Right. What a beautiful bill to ship to. Instead of sending them a bouquet, which is cool for a week.
Right.
Now you can give them a living bouquet that'll last them years and years.
And year after year after year. Well over 200 orders have already been placed, and that was like a couple minutes ago that he told me that. So I'm sure it's a lot more than that, because these are a runaway hit, 250 now. Because this is a runaway hit in our show, in our patio and garden show. It's M132170. Now these will be shipped according to your zip code, right? And
yes,
where you live
these
in the
are
country.
zone shipped, exactly. So just, you know,
Oh,
right.
it's so pretty.
It's so beautiful. And you can achieve that. I mean, that's probably only 20 stems. You're gonna have so many more left to go around. But you know, right now we're in garden planning season. Thankfully, spring is coming so soon.
It's nice today, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful outside.
It's so gorgeous.
I know.
I didn't even
And my
wear,
wife's like, oh, it's 80 degrees in San Diego. I'm like, I'm gonna take my 55 and be happy with it.
Let me be happy.
Exactly.
It was so nice outside. I was walking my dog before I came to work, and he was so stubborn.
stoked.
He would not let me bring him back inside.
Oh yeah,
he was like pulling. He was like, no.
Exactly.
No, I love it out here.
I know. But so now it's like, think about where you want to see just these bright pops of color.
Yeah.
They don't require a lot of sun. Actually, you don't want them to have a lot of sun because they'll burn. So, you know, a half day to a little bit of sun, that's it. Dappled sun is perfect. If you picked up our coral bells earlier, that's a beautiful companion. Yeah, those beautiful leaves are unreal.
Gorgeous.
Imagine it kind of, these three colors of the callas match, sort of, you know, those purples in the coral bells. So now you can really brighten up those shadier areas in the garden that typically you'd probably just have mulch.
Search for those coral bells, by the way. It was just in our last hour. Just do items recently on air.
There you
just
go.
Look at Roberta's for the coral bells. They are incredible, but a perfect companion with those colors, those fall, deep, rich colors with all of these calla lilies that
Absolutely
you're
right. Yep. So here you see, this is just one of every color. You get the orange, yellow, purple, pink, and that deep aubergine black. Imagine just like putting this in a simple bud vase, putting it in your guest bathroom. When you have people over, we have, you know, a little
It's
vase
so
here.
classic
This is all you
and
need.
clean and elegant.
And
It is all you
And
need.
you get to grow it yourself. You know, I love having flowering plants in my gardens, but I also love having fresh flowers inside my house.
Same.
So this kind of checks off all your boxes.
Okay, $26. You get all of this home in the form of bulbs.
The bulbs.
300 orders in our show. 8 weeks you could see this. That's more than 3,700 since we made this available just a couple of days ago, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, we just started showing
Guys,
these.
don't sleep on this. You get the sample of food. It is M132170. Let's talk guarantee.
Absolutely. We have a gotta grow guarantee, Julia. So when you're happy, we're happy. We will assure your satisfaction for our perennials for 1 year, and our annuals and tropicals for 90 days from the time of shipment. So for whatever reason, your garden and your flowers don't meet your expectations, just give us a call.
Oh, they're so pretty. I can't get over it.